Hello, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to part 2 in my Scottish summer road trip. The reason that I'm in my kitchen, as I explained previously in my other video, is the videos were getting far too long, so I've had to chop them up and I'm having to refilm intros and outros to it, so that's why I'm here. This week is part 2 and I'm absolutely buzzing for it. I'm going to visit Sango Sands campsite in Durness, probably my favourite place to go, and I think you're going to see why. We're very lucky with the weather. It was scorching hot the entire time. I went for wild swims in the North Atlantic. I managed to catch potentially my biggest sea trout yet, which I was buzzing about. And we also visited Balnakiel Craft Village and Cocoa Mountain for their famous hot chocolate. So stick around and I'll show you what we got up to. Good morning. So it's Friday morning. At least I think it's Friday. I'm stuck in that weird holiday time where I'm not entirely sure what day it is because it doesn't matter, which is brilliant. But I'm positive it's Friday morning. And we're at Balnakiel Beach and I've pretty much got the place to myself. I think there's 2 other people the entire stretch of the place, so I'm going to come down for a wee swim and get a bit of drone footage and stuff and just go a wee wander. The baby's having his morning nap, so I'll take the opportunity to get out in the water while I can. But I know I showed you this place last night, but look at it, absolutely stunning. I don't know if you can see off in the distance, 2 people. That's the entirety of it. It's funny, I enjoy these cold water swims, I really enjoy them. You feel amazing after it. I know everybody has been sort of jumping on the bandwagon the last couple of years, but it's one of those things I always say to people, if you do it once, you'll more than likely either despise it and never do it again, which is my partner, or you'll absolutely love it and be addicted and want to do it all the time. There doesn't seem to be a happy medium in the middle where it's quite nice, I'll do it once in a blue moon. It seems to be people get a bit addicted to it, but the one thing that never goes away, and I say this to people that have never done it, is the anxiety before you get in, because obviously the water's absolutely freezing. I don't bring a thermometer or that, so I couldn't tell you a temperature, but it's Baltic, so your heart starts to go a wee bit because you know it's Baltic. I was in it last night for a wee paddle as well, so I know exactly how cold it is. So no matter how many times it is, that still happens. But when you get in, it's freezing. You make all sorts of stupid, ridiculous noises. You don't even mean it, your body just does it, try to catch your breath. But then once you're in, you get used to it. I wouldn't ever say it gets warm, but it gets tolerable. And then your body starts to get like a tingle. And then when you come out, your body basically just goes on fire. And I don't really know the deal with it, but there must be all sorts of endorphins and stuff racing through your body. You just feel absolutely incredible after it, but it's just difficult to get in, so I'm probably wasting a bit of time before I get in now, but it's stunning. So I'm going to get a bit of drone footage and stuff before I do. I would love to take you in with me, but as I've already explained, my underwater housing doesn't fit, which is an absolute gutter, and I will do it on another one. So I'm going to do it, and I'll get some footage probably just for the beach. You can just feel a bit of rain coming on as well, so maybe wait for that to pass first. But what a stunning place if you've not been here yet. What a place. I've got the whole beach to myself. As you can see, completely empty. Just my stuff up there. And the water is turquoise. I don't know if the water comes across very well now on camera because it's slightly overcast. But it's amazing. I always get myself in to start with, get the cold shock out the way. You don't want to be going diving in or getting in too deep until you've done that, because you can get yourself into a bit of trouble. And then once you've done that and your body's got used to it and got the shock out the way, it doesn't get any warmer, but you just get used to it. I then can come in and sort of have a bit of a swim about and have a dive. and stuff. So I think I'm going to hang about in here for another wee bit, and then we're going to go back. Baby's still napping, so once he gets up, we're going to get ourselves up to Sango Sands at Durness. It's literally just 1 mile away, that's why we parked here last night. We're going to be there for 2 days, so I'll show you what we get up to when we're there. There's lovely beaches, there's the Smoo Caves, there's Cocoa Mountain, sort of between here and Durness, which is a chocolate shop, meant to do incredible hot chocolates. But just a bit of chilling for the next 2 days. The weather is supposed to be mid-20s the next couple of days, which I wouldn't have believed you last night when the rain was battering off the van, but apparently so. So fingers crossed that's the case, and I'll catch up with you when we get to Sango Sands. Good afternoon. So we're at Sango Sands. Managed to get here today, get ourselves set up, get a bite to eat, and then go and get a shower. And the baby's just woke up for his nap, so we're coming a wee walk out to the sort of famous viewing point out the front of the campsite. It's probably my favourite campsite in the country. We've came here multiple times before, and it's just absolutely stunning. You can see the colour of the water, and I'll be doing in there tomorrow for a swim as well. So we're going to just spend the night here. I think we're going to maybe pay the pub a wee visit. There's a wee pub on site, really good, with a couple of good nights in there. Used to do food, I don't know if it still does, but the food's always been pretty decent anytime we've been in there as well. So I'll show you a wee bit more of the site. I'll be getting the drone up as well, getting a bit of footage for that. Good evening. So it's about 8:30 at night, baby's gone to sleep, and I've just making my way down this hill. There's the viewpoint up there. It's quite steep, and I'm going to have a wee hour's fishing down here. I don't know how to do it. Massive hope. I've not seen anybody posting as if it's somewhere that's massively known for its fishing or anything, but I think the general area, I've seen posts about people catching sea bass, and I would absolutely love to do that. I've only ever caught one sea bass in my life, and I had to travel all the way to Devon to catch it. They're not very common in Scotland compared to like Cornwall and stuff down south. You do get them, definitely do, but they're just not something that you see shore anglers catching that often, or just targeted in general, to be honest. So, but I do know this sort of north end of Scotland does have them in some places. It's a relatively big surf. I have no idea if that's favourable for sea bass or no. I've just come down in my shorts and my feet, so that if I need to wade out a wee bit, I can. So aye, let's see what happens. I know fishing, no catching fish is better than no fishing at all. That sounded as if it was going to be much more catchy than it actually was there. They made an absolute arse of it. But aye, I know fishing's always good, is what I'm trying to say. So let's see what we catch, if anything at all. Oh my god, I don't know if I just captured that. That was an absolutely massive sea trout that just took the bait right in. I'm going to be here at midnight now, unfortunately. Oh my god, I am absolutely gutted. That would have been easily the biggest sea trout in my life. I don't know what sort of weight, and I'm probably going to do that fisherman's thing now about the one that got away, but I would hazard a guess a minimum of 5 pounds, maybe even significantly bigger. But that kind of makes it worse now that I know there's definitely fish here and I lost it than it would have been if I just cast all night and actually never touched anything. Absolutely gutted, and it's going to give me a nightmare to tear myself up to go back up to the van. There's a couple other sections of the beach. I'm going to give these a couple of more casts and hope to God that sea trout decides to give me a second chance. Unbelievable. There we go. So I've just caught this one. Absolute belter. Got it in a wee rock pool here. Let it get its air back before I put it back. Absolutely buzzing. Right, let me get this sorted and I'll get back to you. I'm absolutely buzzing with that. Buzzing. I think that actually might be my biggest sea trout. Couple of pun. I've not caught many big ones, maybe 1-2 pun. I think that one's probably pushing closer to 3. Amazing. That'll do me. I'm only going to fish anymore. I'm going to go up. My heart's absolutely pumping out my chest. Unbelievable. Hello, good morning. I don't know if you can hear me with this wind or not, but it's about 10:30. Baby's gone for his nap, so I've come out and got some drone footage of the campsite. Really windy today, as you can probably tell, and I'm going to go and give you a wee tour of the campsite so you can see what it's like. And I'm going to go and get myself a dip. I'm probably not going to go in that end, just a wee bit too choppy. I think what I'm going to do is going to get myself in down here. There's a wee bit of shelter for these rocks and that rock. In this wee bit there, I think I'm going to get myself a wee dip. No too much of a swim. I'm only going to go too far, just with this wind and stuff. I don't want to get myself above my comfort zone with it. So really hot today, which is fantastic. There's quite a breeze as well coming in, which keeps you cool. So I'll give you a wee tour of the campsite. I'll go a wee walk up round about here and I'll go down for a dip. As I've said before, it's probably one of my favourite places in Scotland. The pitches you get, whether you're camping or whether you're in a van, are absolutely spectacular. Really good facilities on site as well, and there's also a nice wee pub. It's got walks to places like the Smoo Cave, the beach that I was swimming at yesterday, Cocoa Mountain. So there's lots to do in the area if you want to do anything, and you've also got an incredible place if you want to literally just sit in your chair. But this wind's getting a wee bit crazy, so I'll catch up with you when I take you around the site. This is the pretty unassuming sign that welcomes you into the campsite. The first thing that greets you is the reception, and you start to get sight of the views already. Here you can see the main blocks where you've got places to do your dishes, you've got toilets there, and you've also got showers. You've got family specific showers which are very handy when travelling with a baby. As you can see, everything absolutely spotless. The pub's a good size, it can get pretty busy, and I've had many a good night in here. As far as views go for the pub, they're pretty decent. So this is one of the ways down to the beach. It is pretty steep. It's not a proper path or anything with the campsite. The fence sort of ends there. I don't think they have any liability, which is perfectly understandable. So just need to be really careful, but as long as you take your time, it's absolutely fine. There's 2 people already in the water, beat me to it. I was hoping for getting the beach to myself. That's what happens when you're faffing about too much, trying to take photos and videos and stuff like that. So aye, just going to make my way down there and get myself in the water. So that was amazing. What a spot. Wee bit rough, but the waves were good fun, jumping up and down on them and stuff. I just need to negotiate this climb back up here. I'm going to go for a quick shower, get myself cleaned up before we head out on a wee walk. So I'll catch up with you. I think the plan is we can either come out the campsite and go left, and that will take us to the Smoo Caves. We've been there before, so I don't know if we'll actually go there or no. They are really good, to be honest, but we've kind of already seen them. Or if we go right at the end of the campsite, it takes us back along to Balnakiel Beach and Cocoa Mountain. We've never been to Cocoa Mountain in all the times that we've been here. It's not really the day for a hot chocolate, to be honest with you, with the heat, but they do sell just like normal chocolate and stuff as well, and they might actually have a cold milkshake, so I think that'll probably be the plan. But what a spot. If you're ever coming on a road trip to Scotland, you need to include Durness, you need to include Sango Sands, and you should come down to these beaches for a lovely swim, if that's what you're into. But I'm going to put the camera away before I fall. So I went and got showered and changed. I went and picked this wee hero up, and we're making our way down to Cocoa Mountain. It's a mile's walk for the campsite. But it's lovely today, really really hot, really really windy. We're just going to make our way down and see what they've got basically. As I say, I've never actually been before. Hopefully get a nice cold milkshake while there. We also noticed the other night there's a handy camper van stopover right outside it as well. I don't think it's paid, there's no facilities. I think it's literally just somewhere you know you can park for the night quite safe, right close to the beach as well. So Cocoa Mountain was very very good. They've got the best hot chocolate, that's literally the name of it, which is very clever. Right up there to be fair, very very good. I don't drink a lot of hot chocolate, so I'll leave it to you to decide if it is actually the best. But very nice, and you can get a couple of wee chocolates as a part of the deal. I had a hazelnut something delightful, and I had a dark chocolate and lime, which was absolutely amazing. Also had a hot dark chocolate croissant. I'm not normally one for croissants and stuff, I would normally be savoury. It was absolutely incredible. We're now just taking a look at this wee sort of craft village. So that's like a glass and jewellery shop. Looks like there's some ceramics, art gallery. I don't know if there's a wee food place about here as well. Well, lunches, there you go. So I'm just going to take a wee look about and see what it's got to offer. I feel a bit ashamed to say in all my times of coming up to Durness I'd never actually visited Balnakiel Craft Village, but I honestly can't recommend it enough. Really strange, you never really seem to see this on social media or YouTube much. Obviously Cocoa Mountain's incredibly popular, and understandably so, but this seems to be a wee bit overlooked. There is just so many wee independent artisan producers for arts and crafts to food and drink that are based in here that you could easily spend the day sort of wandering between them all. Make sure you've got this on your list if you're in the area. So that's amazing. I've been here several times before and never visited Balnakiel Craft Village. I keep calling it everything bar Balnakiel, so apologies for that, but hey ho. But aye, amazing, loads of wee galleries and sort of cafes and restaurants and stuff. Really really worth a look if you're coming here. So going to head back to the campsite now. I think probably going to head to the pub to get a pint after this walk back up the hill in the heat, and then we'll see what we get up to for the rest of the day. So I hope you enjoyed part 2 of my Scottish summer road trip. Absolutely love that part of the country. Was really really lucky to knock it off with the weather. Once again, thank you very very much for watching. Please remember, like if you haven't done so, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought of the video, let me know what you'd like to see in upcoming videos, and where possible I will try and fit it in. The next vlog that's coming up, we start heading east and I'm going over to John O'Groats, where we head out in John O'Groats Ferry and the hunt for the orca. I'll tell you right now, it was not successful, but what we did see was absolutely incredible. So see you on the next one.